No, you do not need to do any shadow work. Limiting beliefs are not real. In fact, limiting beliefs do not affect your manifestation at all. And this is a whole big delay tactic that if you actually end up believing that limiting beliefs are blocking your manifestation, you are going to keep struggling to manifest anything. Now, I know a lot of people on my channel are very familiar with Neville's work, and which is why I want to give you a great example. I have read all of Neville's books, and not in one book has Neville ever said, go ahead, look at what limiting beliefs you have, and try to resolve them, do deep inner shadow work, and do all of this, and look at your flaws. Neville has never suggested this in, there's not even a single word around it. What's more is that Neville has a technique called the revision technique, where he literally says that the moment in your waking day, the moment you have a memory of the past show up where you are remembering something bad that happened to you, go out there, revise that memory as if it never happened. Neville never tells you. Or for the matter of fact, I've also read Florence Scovel's work, and she also never suggests that you go ahead and work on your limiting beliefs. So, how did this come about being? Limiting beliefs are a literal delay tactic. In fact, if there is one limiting belief that I am willing to accept that actually causes delays in manifestation, it is believing in limiting beliefs and believing that these limiting beliefs can actually stop you from manifesting what you desire. So, the very first thing, today we are going to discuss what to do if you have limiting beliefs. The very first thing that you need to do is to get this fact into your mind that the biggest manifestation masters of our time never ask you to work on limiting beliefs. What they ask you to do is simple. One, get clear on what you want to manifest. Two, assume that it is already done. Three, persist in that assumption till it manifests. And that is all. That is all. Never, nowhere in this three-step process are you being asked to do inner work. So what should you do now? First thing is, do not believe in the fact or start telling yourself that limiting beliefs do not matter. I will tell you a story from my personal life. So in 2016, I was trying to get into my dream college. And back then I had a very negative mindset. I felt like a failure. I thought I could not do anything. I felt nothing worked out for me. And if you listen to my words, you would feel that I would have failed to get into my dream college. But the truth is, I actually made into my dream college. I wanted to get into that college and I got into that college despite of having these big limiting beliefs that I was not good enough. So literally, a limiting belief cannot stop you from manifesting your desires. So, what should you do the moment you are confronted with a limiting belief? Here is what you need to do. Whenever you decide what you want, you are imagining what it would be like, and your limiting belief comes up, and you start looking at the 3D reality and it overwhelms you. I want you to know that this limiting belief can sit in the corner. You do not have to fight it. Do not try to fight it. Do not try to argue with it. That is when the limiting belief gets its power. The moment you take your attention away from your desire and put it on the limiting belief, this is when the limiting belief gets all its power. And then, where attention goes, energy flows. If you give more attention to your limiting belief, that limiting belief will start manifesting. I was listening to one of the Neville's lectures recently that I posted, and he literally says that people spend most of their time imagining the worst case scenarios, imagining what could go wrong, instead of imagining what could go right instead of giving attention to their desires. The only reason why limiting beliefs are manifesting in your life is because you are giving them attention. So, what should you do? Here is my simple process in which I took away all the power from my limiting beliefs and started manifesting things quickly, easily, and with less stress and anxiety. Right? Number one, go on a mental diet. Just take one day of your time and sit with yourself and think about, just observe what thoughts are coming into your head. Now, there's a powerful Neville lecture about mental diets. I will link it in the card above. Go check that lecture out after this video. But go on a strict mental diet and take a look at what are the beliefs or what goes on in your brain on a daily basis. Like how many times are you thinking about a coworker who did you wrong, or you're thinking about how nothing works out for you, or you're thinking about which new manifestation technique you need to try because no other manifestation technique is ever working for you. This is such a big thing that we literally condition ourselves. We set ourselves up for failure through our own thoughts, through our own imagination. We say things like, oh, it works for them, but it doesn't work for me. Nothing works out for me. And let me tell you, your life would be filled with instances that support this belief that nothing works out for you. But the problem is, nothing is working out for you because you believe nothing is working out for you. And because you spend a lot of time in your day thinking that nothing works out for you. The moment you stop doing that, the moment you take your attention away from your limiting beliefs, go on a mental diet, be disciplined, because initially it will take a lot of discipline. Why? Because we human beings are creatures of habit. And if you have habitually trained yourself to think that nothing works out for me and that I do not get what I want and manifestation works for others but it doesn't work for me, your brain is running that like a program. And you now are going to get out of that program by stopping yourself from thinking this. So, what do you do? What do you do? Your brain is like that genie who wants some work all the time. Once you identify, once you catch yourself thinking negatively, start thinking positively. Affirm. Affirmations. I've recently realized that affirmations are so powerful. Simply affirm, robotically even, doesn't matter. Keep affirming, keep affirming. Tell yourself what it is that you want. Put your focus, your energy on what you want instead of the limiting beliefs. And those limiting beliefs will stop affecting your life. Once that is done, the second thing is that I want you to understand that limiting beliefs are literally a state of being, right? So I'm yet to cover the states lecture from Neville, but go ahead and read it up. That at every point of time, you are literally living in a state. It's a state of being. And you at every point of time have access to infinite states of being. At every point of time, you could decide that you are successful, that you are rich. Manifestation works out for you, everything works out for you, and it's easy. You get to decide, you get to tell this to yourself that it's easy, works out for me. I am rich, I am abundant, I am married to that person, I love that person and that person loves me. I have so much money. It's just so easy. Manifestation is easy. You see, this is also a state of being that is accessible to you if you allow yourself to access that state of being. So, if nothing is working out for you right now and your limiting beliefs are rampant in your reality, you are identifying and accepting a state of being in which you don't have things working out for you, in which you are that unlucky person. And what I want you to do is sit, do not argue, do not fight with your limiting belief. Sit and just write down for 10 minutes, 15 minutes in a day. It's more than enough. 10, 15 minutes for a day. What state are you now accepting and subscribing to? What is it that, who are you now? That's a question that you need to answer. Are you, the biggest motivator for me to do this was the fact that I could no longer take living like the person who doesn't get what she desires. Because I know that the law of assumption is real. Because I know the law is real. I know that people are manifesting wild, crazy things. And here I am, fighting for my limitations, as Abraham Hicks says, fighting for my limiting beliefs. Going out there and just imagining that I'm limited when I'm not. It's just that I am accepting my limiting beliefs. And I was literally frustrated that why I know so much and I still fight for my limiting beliefs. That was the biggest motivator. Is it okay for you to spend the rest of your life not manifesting your desires, or do you want to live a new life? Are you ready to experiment? Because your brain got used to negative thinking. That is a positive aspect. Why? Because now you can train your brain to think positively. It's trainable. This life circumstance is not final, and your limiting beliefs, trust me, if you do this work, within a month, you will not even recognize what happened to you and how your life changed. It's that quick. It doesn't have to take years and it doesn't have to take all your time. We give it that time. We give it the power. We let limiting beliefs run rampant because we are very tightly associating ourselves with that reality that this is who we are. I also want you to, anytime somebody in your family, your friends, your environment tries to make you, tries to throw your current reality in your face, in your brain, know that it's not true. It's just a record of the past. It is bound to change. Every single time any negative belief tries to come to you, tell yourself this: I know the truth, and the truth is that the law of attraction is real. It works. And at this point of time, the law of assumption is real. It works. Law of assumption more powerful than law of attraction, right? Law of assumption is real. It works. And I assume that I get everything easily. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I get everything easily. It is easy for me. Everything works out for me. Just cut it off. Do not allow yourself to dwell in a limiting belief. Do not get angry. That's what your brain wants. Your brain wants you to get angry. Your brain wants you to fight with the limiting belief. No more. Simply, the moment a limiting belief comes to you, it can be there. You know what assumption you are living in right now, and that is that you are lucky. It's all easy for you. Everything works out for you, and you are good enough. Everything you desire desires you more. Everything you desire is actually a desire for you because you are meant to achieve it, and you will not allow anything to stand in the way of it. Assume the state of being a rich, successful, abundant, happy person who gets their desire easily. Do it for a month. If you just do it tonight properly, you will see the results. I literally shifted once in one day. Like I was sitting, I was watching something, and something clicked for me, and I shifted instantly. And since that day, I have never doubted my capabilities to manifest my desires. And every single day, money comes to me from somewhere. I don't have to do a job, you know. Ideas come to me, people come to me, money comes to me, everything comes to me. And it will continue to do so because I have shifted. I'm no longer the person who used to fight for my limitations, who used to say that, it doesn't work out. So, limiting beliefs do not affect your manifestations. In fact, they do not even exist. And the only limiting belief that you have is that limiting beliefs can actually affect your manifestation. As I shared in that story, you can tell that they do not. If your desire is greater for what you want, it will come to you. No limiting belief can stop that. It has to come to you. It has to come true. Limiting beliefs are a myth and a delay tactic that you tell yourself to keep yourself stuck and struggle and then create this anxious environment for yourself and your body, and it doesn't have to be that way. So I hope that this video gives you all the guidance that you need and that you will never again be scared of or fight a limiting belief, and that you will manifest everything you desire. With that, thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, make sure that you like this video because I know that this is some real life changing stuff. If you're new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you hit the bell icon so that you never miss out on another video that I post out. If you want 1:1 manifestation coaching that I offer, so do check out the description box for the details of this coaching. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a good day. Bye.